Good morning. It is Monday morning. Like mid-morning. I am out here to do training on the milk machine. Hopefully the Ramlet will come in on his own. Good girl. Oh, yeah, here's the stripe. You can do it, baby. You gotta put your mouth on. There we go. Okay, so that was really perfect. That little lamb stripe, she just came in and drank and then went out. I'm trying not to pick them up, to bring them in to eat. Trying to like wean them off of only eating in my presence. But I will get the Ramlet. Oh, he's over there like stretching languidly. Also, I was only out here 3 hours ago, so it could be that he's just not that hungry, but he has no choice. I'm gonna get him. Some other news is that this ewe, who you're not gonna be able to see because I can't get off the bucket, she finally cleaned last night, which means that her placenta detached and fell out. So thank goodness, she's been in here a week. We had a deadline to call the vet today about it if she still hadn't cleaned. And she did, so that is great news. So later today we can get her tagged and get her lambs recorded and get her into the maternity ward here. Good morning, Edie. So I'm trying to teach little Edie, our gray brown girl, to be a bottle baby. I don't know what's going on with her. She's got a mom with 2 working teeth, but I do see her, looking hungry. And she has taken the bottle from me both last night and this morning. She's uncomfortable with me though. So yeah, good girl. Good girl. Come here. Yeah, see. She wants the milk, but she doesn't want. She's afraid of me. Here you go, baby. This is where the milk is, look. So what I do with her for the bottle, because she doesn't want me to touch her, is I just stand like this and put her between my legs so I don't have to have my hands all over her. All right, I'm gonna have to get the Ramlet. Come on, kid. You gotta come in. Come in. Through the door. Good boy. Okay, well all right. Let's have some milk. Right here. You don't want any milk? There you go. What a good boy. But yeah, I have not seen on the cameras any lamb come over and drink out of this without me being here. So, we still have some training to do. Do you want some milk? All right, I'm heading back in. I got to get my work day started. I just came out to do some bottle training, and look, all my babies are here. We've got June's babies in the blue jackets, and the Ramlet, and the Burma lamb, and also a bonus lamb over here. Okay, babies, how are we doing here? Seems like it's a little cold. Okay, you want some milk? What's going on here? How come you're not drinking? How come you're not drinking? You just want a bottle? Okay, so Stripe is on. I've got the other blue jacket behind me. Ramlet is butting everyone off the nipples, which is inconvenient. That is not conducive. Here, let's have a talk. Do you all remember when every time I started recording, I said, like, don't get attached to this guy. He's not going to make it. I'm glad I was wrong. Yeah. Are you not getting milk here? No, there's plenty of milk coming out of there. So this one, since Bummer has been on this a little bit, the nipple feels warm. It feels like there's warm milk. So she drank enough to draw some of the warm milk from the reservoir. They opened the pool this morning. The water in it is 48 degrees. So it'll be a bit before we're before I'm floating in luxury. All right. Okay, you seem full. Okay, now let's do you now. All right. Now we're in business. No, you need to not do that. Okay, I'm calling it. He's done. I'm gonna take this milk in and bring Fresh out in a couple hours. I think it's going pretty well. I think. Oh, what'd that meanie do to you? So, I'm done with that. I'm gonna take that in. I looked at our ewes who are still expecting. I'm not seeing any action there. And that's it for the noontime barn check. Okay, can anybody spot anything extremely naughty in this photo? Does anybody see anything wrong with what's happening here? Guess who's right at the top? The number 2 lamb. Very naughty. Tahiti, what are they doing? Okay, so I'm resetting the milk machine now, and I'm trying something new to see if it works better for us. I have this big stainless salad bowl in here. I'm just gonna pour in some water to make it like a double water bath. Okay, so anyway, this is the idea. I'm gonna put the salad bowl in. I'm gonna put more water in it. And in the hopes that we can put less milk so we have less wastage. Chris put a lid to keep the babies off the bale, but clearly they're still going for it. Last night I realized the foster mom and the babies that we put out into the maternity ward yesterday. Hi, buddy. They're not taking the transition super well. The babies are really hungry since, if you recall, the one had a really swollen tongue when it was born. So I had been, supplementing it with a bottle off and on just to make sure, because it had a hard time drinking in the first couple of days. So last night, while I was feeding everybody else, that baby came over looking for food, and I ended up feeding both twins. When you look at the ewe, she does have a small udder. I don't know if she's like drying off prematurely or what, but so that's what's going on with them. The way I reset the milk machine last night yesterday afternoon, seemed to work pretty well. And we've only put on one nipple because it felt to me like if there was only one nipple, yeah, there's some competition for it, which maybe is a good thing, but also it's more likely that line is gonna stay warm, that when the babies go to try it, they're gonna get warm milk and want to come back. Okay, so in the interest of training these guys, I'm trying to stay out of the pen because they're used to me like snuggling them. I mean, I'm still gonna snuggle them, don't get me wrong. Okay, all right, here's the Burma lamb. Are you ready to eat, Mama? Oh, you want to go first, Ramlet? Here you go. You can do it without me. You're so big now. So there he goes. No, don't. Don't do it. You're next. You're next. Good job, buddy. I don't know if you can see me here, but he's the only one that I am a little worried about because he is just a little uncoordinated. Although he's doing great right now. He must be hungry. Yeah, he's really doing great. I'm so proud of this little guy. I mean, this guy almost makes up for how many tears I shed this year. things seem pretty quiet in here right now. Last night when we came in and those babies were hungry, things were very loud. Like the babies were yelling, the mom was bellowing. It was mayhem in here last night, and it just is a lot calmer, which is great. I'm still gonna catch them and offer them to go on the machine. This morning I brought a bottle out and I bottle fed. Well, first I tried to put them on the machine, but if they refused the machine or after they were off the machine, I gave them a bottle because I just wanted to be sure that they were good. I know that like making them really hungry probably is better. Oh, good job, buddy. Oh, good job. Good job. Okay, Bummer Lamb's turn. You gotta move now. Okay, Bummer. I suspect that Bummer might have been drinking on her own without me. Come here. Right here. You want some milk? Come here. Have you been eating without me? Yeah, she's kind of just chewing on it. There you go. Good girl. You're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. Okay, I gotta catch some babies now. Okay. Here you go. Milk? No? It's a no for you? There you go. You had your turn. Okay, this is the baby that had the swollen tongue that I bottle fed, and now, but she got right on the machine this morning, so she was hungry. Also, since she was bottle fed a little bit in her, in the first couple of days, she's more open to sucking the nipple as opposed to like, a teat. I mean, her belly feels good. Yeah, you can keep going. Good. There we go. Okay, I've got to get your sibling. Okay, I'm getting in with this one because she is the making a liar out of me. All right, here's our bandit. I'm taking this jacket off her. I think we're done. Well, I can take his jacket off too. Okay, there you go. She's really hot. How do you feel? You feel fine though. Okay, do you want some milk? I'm gonna take this off you too. I don't know how we're gonna identify our little Bummer with no jacket. Okay, and last but not least, we have Edie, who does not like to drink out of this, but I am working hard. Okay, so that job is done. Okay, here's the haylage bale, and these babies are going to town on it. And it was my understanding that lambs can't really eat anything aside from milk until they're about, I guess that must not be true. I didn't think they could eat forage until they were about 6 weeks old, but that must be misinformation or misremembering. Here's what everybody else is up to. Got a big gang down here. It is definitely more crowded in here. I originally had a plan that halfway through lambing, we would separate the bigger lambs, the older lambs from the younger lambs. But we didn't get as many lambs as I expected, number one. And yeah, we just weren't able to do it. We didn't have the energy or the time, given how badly everything was going. So these guys are hanging out in here, the Bummer, and is that the Ramlet? The Ramlet. that I love to see them hanging out in here because it means that maybe they, know where their bread is buttered. We did institute a little baby mineral pan because the look at him, no jacket, amazing. The used butt them off the mineral pan. We can check out this gang. I can't remember if I said this before. There's our baby Jessica. But we're thinking that this ewe right here is pregnant, but the other one that we thought may be pregnant, probably not. Older ewes who've lambed a couple of times, their udders just don't shrink back to nothing. So when we looked at her, we couldn't tell if it was just that her udders has fed a lot of babies and didn't go back to their original shape, or if she was producing milk. So I think at this point we have 10 days left for possible lambs, and I think at this point it's probably the second thing. So I think we're just waiting on this one holdout. The one holdout also looks weird. It kind of looks like she only has one teat. So we'll have to see what comes of that. Okay, we have one rhubarb that's doing okay. The rest, we planted these last year. They're not thriving for whatever reason. I bought a different variety that I need to get in the ground soon. Here are the raspberries. Again, like a lot of these, like one didn't come up again here. This looks good, that looks good, this looks good. No leaves on this one, so who knows? Good, good, good. There's 3 different varieties in here, so some come up early, like look at this, tons of growth so far. Some come up later. This one looks good, but this one Chris hit with the lawnmower last year. So this is why we're out here. Asparagus. I haven't picked in a couple days. I should have picked last night. I don't know why I didn't. You're supposed to take anything that's 10 to 12 inches. If they grow that high and they're skinny like this, they're not going to get fatter. So the internet says you can snap these off, but I haven't had great luck with that. So I cut them. So asparagus is a perennial. The plants live, I think, like 5 to 10 years, maybe longer. So these were 2 years old when we bought them, and or when we planted. So they did produce last year, but asparagus has to be planted in a specific way. The roots need to be planted very deeply. We couldn't do that because this is solid rock. So our only hope for these was to plant them in what we had, and then build up, which is what we've done. So in the fall, we added the second layer and we covered this with compost. So we're hoping to make up for the fact that they were planted pretty shallowly in that way, build them up year after year. The reason that we have these like long spindly ones is because they were planted too shallowly. Like I said, it couldn't be helped, and we figured we would just hope for the best, like we do in like literally every other aspect. So anyway, last year we didn't harvest any. We let it go straight to fern, to leaf out, to build root. So this is what we have collected this morning. They're so beautiful. I mean, if they weren't so darn delicious, I'd put them in flower arrangements. Okay, I am gonna check the pool just to make sure there's nothing going on there, and then I'm gonna head in and get my work day started. These late mornings, so typically I would start work much earlier than this, but because of the lambing schedule, I've been coming in from the 5 o'clock feed and sleeping for an hour because remember, I didn't get to sleep until well, if I went out at 10, it's probably 11:30, 12 that I'm not getting to sleep till, and then I'm up at 5, or I'm really kind of in the barn at 5. So so I have been going back to sleep for an extra hour, and then I have been coming, getting up, feeding dogs, doing that stuff, and then doing barn chores around 8 and getting a couple of other things done and starting work at 8:30 or 9. And man, this feels like luxury. It really feels like luxury, especially because it's so sunny and beautiful now. I'm really loving it. All right, I'm signing off for now. I'll check in this afternoon. Good morning. It's Tuesday, May 14th, I want to say. 15th. So it's mid-morning. I'm back out to fill the milk machine and just check on everybody. Things have been quiet here. I didn't do a ton of filming yesterday. There wasn't a ton going on, just filling the milk machine, figuring that out, continuing to train the lambs on it. Our 1 second cycle lady, we're still waiting on her. No changes so far. I'm trying to think of what else has been going on. We are really working on like figuring out how this milk machine can work best for us. That's taking some effort, but I kind of feel like we're figuring it out. So I suspect that that they're using the milk machine without me, hopefully. But this morning, I did 2 things. I moved the camera so that I can see this little pen better. And I also smeared the nipple with some molasses before I left. And I know it doesn't mean they're drinking out of it. It could just mean they licked the molasses off, but it's gone. So that's something. So when I came up this morning and fed and observed everyone eating, they drank it down pretty good. So what I'm gonna do now is just add another half gallon of milk replacer. I don't think it looks like they've drunk anything since I left. This like weaning me out of the situation is, I think, gonna be the hardest part. Let's see who's hungry. I always call this a milk machine, but I recognize it's not a machine. It's just a warmer. It's just a warmer with a nipple. Anyway, okay, here we are. Are you ready to eat? Come on. There you go. Get right on there. Okay, this is the baby that doesn't eat well, the foster twin. So I'm gonna get in. You know, like, he or she knows enough to come to me for food, but doesn't understand. Oh, good baby, good baby. So my approach with these bottle lambs, the ones whose moms are in here, is that during the day, I try and train them on the machine. I offer, whenever I'm out here, I offer to put them on. And then at night, I bring out a bottle, and I try and put them on the machine, but so you don't go on, I feed them from the bottle. I just want to make sure that everybody goes into the overnight hours full. And also, like, a full belly goes a long way toward keeping a lamb warm. And even though the nights are getting much warmer, you know, in the 40s and 50s, remember, you know, our little ramlet was fully hypothermic on a 50-degree day. So it can absolutely happen. You know, these guys are bigger and stronger, but still, like, I just like to make sure that they're full before bed. Very good news is that I came out here and I'm talking up a storm, and the little ramlet has not even cried once. So he is definitely, I think, feeding himself, which is amazing, but I'm still gonna catch him to see how he's doing. Okay. Here he is. Look how big he is. He still has a crusty mouth. Do you want something to eat? I got some fresh milk right there, just for you. He's eating really well. Let me see if I can. Where is he? I don't know how much you can see with this, you know, this plate or where the nipples are mounted, but he's doing really good. It's totally a miracle. Good job, buddy. Oh, Edie's in here. Can you see her, our gray brown girl? She's one that I'm trying to train on the machine, but she's reluctant. So when I put my hands on her, all she thinks about is, how do I get away from this woman? So that makes it hard to train her. But she will, like I said, she will drink out of the bottle. You know, if it comes to it, then I'll bottle feed her, but she's seeming okay on the current program. So here is where that bale of haylage is. And, you know, usually, well, we use the big bale feeder when they eat outside, and that bale feeder is down here in the feed pen. But we couldn't use it in here. And because of that, what they do is they, in their quest for like the perfect bite, they stand, when they eat down some, then they stand on that ledge and reach over, which is endlessly irritating to me. And I know that this is an infrastructure issue on my part and that I'm not feeding using appropriate equipment, but I can still be irritated by it. I'm not going to be able to replace that bale until that one is eaten down pretty well. Otherwise, I'll have to come over with the manure bucket and pick all of that up and take it away, and before I can set a new bale. Anyway, that's why I'm irritated. It's just creating a lot of extra work for me, and like, they don't have to be jerks about it, right? They could just eat normal. All right, I'm heading in. Have a good day. It's not Thursday. It's Wednesday, a little after 5. I'm just out to refill the milk machine. It's not a machine. I've been coming out around 2, making sure everybody's fed, then bringing in the lines and the bowl that we're using inside to wash everything. Okay, so I had taken one of the nipples out because I just felt like it was better while they were learning to use the machine to just have one line. It's been mayhem in here. So I decided to put this second one back in. I have too many things and not enough hands. Okay, babies. Milk bar's open. Okay, are we ready to drink? Who's hungry? Oh, Ramlet. Oh, you want Pat? Do you want some milk? Who wants milk? You're not a bottle baby. Oh, here's a candidate for drinking. Right there. Here. Come on, baby. Right there. Right there. Come here. Uh-oh, that one's running. There you go. Who else wants milk? Anybody? You? Bandit? We got 2 seats at the milk bar. Open for business. Okay, next customer. Are you not hungry? You're not hungry? Come on. There you go. It's right there. Right there. Yeah. 2 seats at the milk bar now. Good job. Good job. Good job. You didn't have any. Do you want some milk? You're just scratches. Just all the scratches. Some of my bottle babies have dumped me. They ghosted me. Not you. Not you. It's so hard to get her because whenever I talk to her, she runs straight toward me. The baby. The baby. Yeah. She loves a little scratch. She does. Look at this guy. We are still waiting on one ewe to lamb. We've been keeping an eye on her, but no progress. So we still have just over a week of possibility. We are scaling back our presence in the barn. So last night we came out for the last time at 9 and then came back out at 5. And that was okay. But I didn't go to bed because I'm all messed up now because I'm used to doing a late check. I'm used to sleeping for a little while and then doing a late check. And then kind of being up for a bit because the late check is busy and your brain gets all rattled. Yesterday when I uploaded the video to go to the blog, instead of making it unlisted on YouTube like all the other videos, I set it to become public. This machine doesn't have a cup holder. I just want to register a complaint right now. If you're making a machine that has like a top speed of like 11, I mean technically it thinks it can go 20, but it cannot. Make this machine that it's likely some poor sucker is going to have to sit in for hours moving bales. That sucker needs a cup holder. Big one. Back to the ewe who hasn't lambed. I was hoping that we would have enough dry hay in the feed pen to keep all of the ewes inside until she lambed. I just wanted everyone contained until it was done. And guess what? She hasn't lambed and we are out of feed and I am in this machine setting a bale of haylage right now. While I'm over here, I am going to check on these guys. They are clearly waiting for something from me. They must be hungry. Currently they are eating these small square bales. Oh God, it smells so good in here. Okay, so I'm feeding these guys in their shelter just because it's so wet. And those little square bales, they don't shed water the way the round bales do. Yeah, I can't believe how wet it is. It's kind of rained off and on all day, but I did not expect to see this much standing water. I was just thinking, I don't know if I've ever done any filming out here. I must have, but this might be a new angle. So this is the patio, what I call the patio. This Electronet is not usually here. That's a portable electric fencing. It hooks onto the main electric fence right there. And this is just a lambing season thing to keep them on the patio or in the barn. Soon that'll come down and they'll get out into the barnyard and then on pasture. So that, what is this, New York City? Okay, so I am going to attempt to take down the big bale feeder inside and assemble it here before the ewes can run from there to there. All right, so the sheep all just escaped. Okay, so two things that's super humid. I'm sweating like crazy. I should have worn rubber boots out here because it's a bog, and most of the ewes escaped out over to the house side of the drive and in the pool, and they started eating the green grass out there, and I saw my life flash before my eyes because animals who have been eating dry lod, their first taste of green grass, they lose their minds. But fortunately, this haylage is not dry hay. They really like this feed. So I was able to get them back, but I was gauging in my mind, like, how quickly can I get in the house and get the dog and get back out? I'm gonna head in. I think everybody's done for now.